Excellent. We'll begin with part 1 of the full professional translation. The Lost Treasures of the Roman Empire. The Greatest Fortunes Humanity Has Never Found. Part 1. Throughout history, many civilizations amassed extraordinary wealth. Egypt built pyramids, Persia collected immense tribute, and China produced silk and jade that were coveted across the ancient world. Yet no empire accumulated as much gold, silver, precious gems, and priceless works of art as ancient Rome. For nearly 1,000 years, Roman legions returned home victorious. Every successful campaign brought unimaginable riches into the capital. Golden statues, silver vessels, jeweled crowns, magnificent sculptures, and rare masterpieces from conquered kingdoms became part of Rome's growing fortune. Then, something extraordinary happened. The empire began to collapse. Cities were abandoned, armies disappeared, imperial palaces were looted, and an enormous portion of Rome's wealth seemed to vanish without a trace. Where is it today? Was it melted down, hidden away, stolen? Or does it still lie buried beneath the earth, waiting to be discovered? Many archaeologists believe that humanity has uncovered only a small fraction of Rome's lost treasures. The rest remain one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries, an empire that collected the wealth of the world. Whenever Roman legions conquered a new land, they returned home carrying far more than military glory. They brought treasure. After defeating Macedonia, Rome received thousands of talents of silver. Following Julius Caesar's conquest of Gaul, enormous quantities of gold, weapons, and valuable artifacts poured into the Republic. After the death of Cleopatra, Egypt effectively became the personal treasury of Emperor Augustus. Spain supplied vast amounts of silver. Dacia became Rome's greatest source of gold. The eastern provinces contributed luxurious fabrics, spices, pearls, and precious jewelry. Every new conquest made the empire richer. Ancient historians described magnificent triumphal processions through the streets of Rome. Mountains of gold, priceless works of art, royal thrones, exotic animals, and countless treasures captured from defeated kingdoms were displayed before cheering crowds. For many Romans, these processions offered their first glimpse of the wealth that existed beyond their borders. Yet not all of these riches remained in the imperial treasury. Some financed magnificent public buildings. Some were donated to temples. Some rewarded victorious generals, and over the centuries, an astonishing amount simply disappeared. The treasures of the Temple of Jerusalem. Among the most famous spoils in Roman history were the treasures of the Second Temple in Jerusalem. In AD 70, the future Emperor Titus crushed the great Jewish revolt. Jerusalem fell. The temple was destroyed. According to the first-century historian Josephus, Roman soldiers carried away immense treasures, including the famous golden menorah, sacred vessels, and numerous ceremonial objects. Their victory is immortalized on the Arch of Titus in Rome, where reliefs still depict Roman soldiers carrying the seven-branched menorah during the triumphal parade. It remains one of the most important archaeological testimonies to this event. But from that moment, the story becomes a mystery. After the fall of the Western Roman Empire, the trail of these sacred treasures disappears. Numerous theories have emerged over the centuries. Some believe the treasures were taken to Carthage by the Vandals after they sacked Rome. Others argue they eventually reached Constantinople. Another theory suggests they were destroyed or lost during the wars of the 6th century. Yet none of these explanations has ever been proven. The golden menorah has never been found. The vanishing imperial treasury. The Roman treasury was one of the largest financial institutions of the ancient world. Taxes flowed into imperial vaults from nearly all of Europe, North Africa, and much of the Middle East. Gold entered the treasury continuously. Silver poured in from the provinces. The empire seemed unimaginably wealthy. Then everything changed. During the 4th and 5th centuries, Rome entered a period of political chaos. Civil wars erupted, emperors rose and fell. Barbarian invasions threatened the heart of the empire. As enemy armies approached major cities, officials frequently moved the imperial treasury to safer locations. Ancient sources describe shipments of gold traveling between Rome, Milan, and Ravenna. Yet many of these shipments simply vanished from history. Some were likely captured during invasions. Others may have been deliberately hidden. Modern archaeologists continue to discover buried collections of late Roman gold coins across Europe, proving that people routinely concealed their wealth during times of crisis. Many never returned to recover it. The legions that disappeared with their gold. Every Roman legion maintained its own military treasury. It financed soldiers' salaries, purchased supplies, and supported military campaigns. These treasuries often contained enormous sums. When an army was destroyed, its fortune frequently disappeared with it. Perhaps the most famous example occurred in AD 9 during the disastrous Battle of the Teutoburg Forest. 3 Roman legions were ambushed and annihilated by Germanic tribes. Historians still debate what became of their military treasury. Some of the gold was undoubtedly captured by the victors, but many researchers believe a significant portion may still remain buried somewhere beneath the forests of Germany. Even today, every discovery of Roman coins in the region raises an exciting question. Could archaeologists be approaching the lost treasury of Rome's vanished legions? The treasure hidden by ordinary Romans. It was not only emperors who concealed their wealth. Ordinary citizens did the same. During invasions and civil unrest, families buried their savings in clay pots. Silver tableware was hidden beneath floors. Jewelry was sealed inside walls. Many homeowners never returned. Some died. Others fled forever. Their hidden treasures remained untouched for centuries. This explains why archaeologists continue to uncover Roman hoards throughout Europe. Thousands of silver and gold coins have been discovered in Britain. Magnificent jewelry has emerged from the soil of France. Luxury villas in Italy have revealed hidden collections of valuables. Every discovery reminds us that countless more treasures may still lie beneath our feet. The Emperor's Floating Palace. Another remarkable mystery concerns Emperor Caligula. On Lake Nemi, south of Rome, he ordered the construction of 2 enormous ceremonial ships. These were not ordinary vessels. They were floating palaces, marble floors, bronze decorations, magnificent sculptures, advanced engineering unlike anything else in the ancient world. After Caligula's assassination, both ships sank beneath the lake. For nearly 2,000 years, they survived only as legends. Finally, in the 20th century, engineers drained part of the lake and recovered the vessels. Archaeologists were astonished. The ships demonstrated a level of Roman engineering that few had imagined possible. Sadly, during the Second World War, both vessels were almost completely destroyed by fire. Yet their discovery proved something remarkable. Sometimes the greatest legends are not myths at all. Sometimes they are simply waiting to be rediscovered. The Lost Treasures of the Roman Empire. The Greatest Fortunes Humanity Has Never Found. Part 2. the greatest hoards discovered centuries later. Although many of Rome's treasures remain lost, several extraordinary discoveries have proven that ancient legends are sometimes true. One of the most remarkable finds occurred in 1992 in Suffolk, England, where a metal detector led to the discovery of the Hoxne hoard, the largest collection of late Roman gold and silver ever found in Britain. The treasure included hundreds of silver spoons, exquisite gold jewelry, luxurious tableware, and more than 15,000 Roman coins. Historians believe the owner buried these valuables in the early 5th century, during the final years of Roman Britain, hoping to return once the danger had passed. That day never came. Another famous discovery was made in Germany, where archaeologists uncovered thousands of Roman coins hidden inside ceramic vessels during construction work. Similar discoveries continue to be made across Europe. Each buried treasure confirms that during times of war and uncertainty, Romans frequently hid their wealth beneath the ground. But if ordinary citizens left behind thousands of hidden caches, what became of the fortunes of the emperors? The gold carried away by the Vandals. In AD 455, one of the most dramatic events in Roman history unfolded. The Vandals, led by King Genseric, captured the city of Rome. For 2 weeks, the Eternal City was systematically looted. Ancient writers describe enormous quantities of gold, silver, precious jewels, and priceless works of art being loaded onto ships bound for Carthage, the Vandal capital in North Africa. Some historians believe that among these treasures were sacred objects from the Temple of Jerusalem that had been brought to Rome centuries earlier by Emperor Titus. Less than a century later, the Byzantine general Belisarius defeated the Vandals. Some treasures were reportedly recovered and transported to Constantinople, but many others simply disappeared. Some researchers believe that large portions of the Vandal treasure were hidden before Carthage fell. If this theory is correct, enormous Roman riches may still lie buried somewhere beneath the soil of North Africa. Hidden treasures, waiting to be found. Archaeologists often point out a remarkable fact. Most Roman cities have never been fully excavated. Even Rome itself remains largely unexplored because modern buildings stand above ancient ruins. Every time workers construct a new subway tunnel, repair foundations, or begin a new building project, there is a chance of uncovering something extraordinary. In recent decades, archaeologists have discovered ancient streets, luxurious villas, colorful mosaics, marble statues, and hidden coin hoards beneath modern cities. These discoveries remind us that countless Roman treasures may still remain hidden underground. The treasures beneath the sea. Not all Roman wealth disappeared on land. The Roman Empire dominated Mediterranean trade. Every year, thousands of merchant ships transported gold, silver, marble, glassware, wine, olive oil, spices, and luxury goods across the sea. Many never reached their destinations. Storms, hidden reefs, pirates, naval accidents. Countless ships sank beneath the Mediterranean. Today, underwater archaeologists continue to discover remarkably well-preserved Roman shipwrecks. Amphorae still filled with cargo, glass vessels, gold and silver coins, bronze statues. Some discoveries appear so perfectly preserved that they seem to have sunk only yesterday. Yet vast areas of the Mediterranean seabed remain virtually unexplored. Many experts believe the greatest underwater archaeological discoveries are still waiting to be made. Why are Rome's treasures so difficult to find? At first glance, modern technology should make finding ancient treasure relatively easy. The reality is far more complicated. Many suspected treasure sites lie beneath modern cities where large-scale excavations are impossible. Ancient historical texts rarely provide precise locations. They simply mention that treasure was transported, hidden, or lost. Over the centuries, rivers changed course, roads disappeared, entire coastlines shifted, cities expanded over ancient ruins. All of these factors make the search incredibly difficult. Modern technology unlocks ancient secrets. Despite these challenges, archaeology is experiencing a technological revolution. Today, researchers use LiDAR scanning, satellite imagery, ground-penetrating radar, and high-resolution 3D laser mapping. These tools allow archaeologists to detect buried structures without disturbing modern buildings. Underwater robots explore shipwrecks resting thousands of meters below the sea. Computer simulations reconstruct ancient trade routes and military campaigns. Every new technological breakthrough increases the possibility that one day humanity will uncover one of Rome's greatest lost treasures. Did the imperial treasure really exist? This remains one of the most debated questions among historians. Some scholars argue that the legendary mountains of imperial gold never truly existed. According to this view, Rome's enormous wealth was constantly spent on armies, roads, aqueducts, temples, palaces, and public works. Others strongly disagree. Ancient authors repeatedly described vast imperial reserves of gold and silver accumulated over centuries. If even part of these accounts is accurate, then not all of Rome's wealth could simply have disappeared. Perhaps somewhere, hidden during the empire's final years, part of the imperial treasury still survives. Its location remains one of history's greatest mysteries, Rome's greatest treasure. When most people hear the word treasure, they imagine chests overflowing with gold coins. But Rome's greatest treasure may not be gold at all. It is the breathtaking mosaics that survived for nearly 2,000 years, the bronze statues recovered from the sea, the ancient manuscripts that preserve forgotten knowledge, the engineering genius that created roads, aqueducts, bridges, and amphitheaters still admired today. Every archaeological discovery transforms our understanding of the ancient world. Sometimes a single Roman coin can reveal more about history than an entire library. That is why archaeologists continue searching. They are not searching only for gold. They are searching for answers. The investigation continues. Every year, new Roman treasures are discovered somewhere in Europe. A farmer accidentally uncovers a buried pot filled with coins. Construction workers reveal the remains of a forgotten Roman villa. Marine archaeologists recover another ancient ship from the seabed. Each discovery reminds us that the story of Rome is far from complete. We often believe the ancient world has already revealed all its secrets. That is an illusion. Beneath the streets of Rome, London, Paris, Trier, Cologne, and dozens of other cities lie countless traces of one of history's greatest civilizations. Perhaps at this very moment, somewhere in Europe, an excavator is removing soil that has remained untouched for nearly 2,000 years. Perhaps beneath it lies another forgotten treasure. Or perhaps it hides the greatest lost fortune of the Roman Empire, a discovery historians have dreamed about for more than 15 centuries. And if that day finally comes, history will once again remind us of a remarkable truth. Sometimes the greatest legends are much closer to reality than we ever imagined.